Hello, Akira here, and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 4. This is going to be my third attempt at the game. If you weren't watching my earlier series, I started off as the Demonologist, and that didn't go so well. I ended up summoning a demon horde that turned against me and killed my main commander. And that was sort of embarrassing, but a good lesson, and one I'm going to have to really take heed to with this class. We'll talk more about that later. My second attempt was Mr. Roboticus the Enchanter. That went a lot better. I pulled out a victory, but the game did end a little bit quicker and sort of surprisingly. So hopefully today I can do something to sort of get a little more longevity out of these Let's Plays. So if you haven't guessed by now, we are going to play as the Witch. And yes, I did sort of restart the game until I got this nice green background to match our theme. So I chose the Witch because I asked for your feedback. I read through the comments, and it sort of seemed like a good compromise between what people were saying and something that I would also enjoy playing as well. And at the end, someone did recommend that I do a straw poll, and that is something that didn't even cross my mind, but a really good idea. By the time I read that comment, it was already sort of late, and I had already committed to the Witch and started working on the graphics for the game and stuff like that. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I will make it as fun as possible, and next time I will do a straw poll. And so if you have any suggestions for like a good site or something to do that, maybe YouTube has that built in, I'm not sure. I'll definitely do that, because being able to quantify people's opinions is going to be super helpful. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started and look at our initial settings here. I've played on the small and medium maps. Last time we played with 4 classes on the medium map, and that felt actually pretty good. I will say that the Senator got killed by the Independents like within the first few turns, and so it actually only ended up being 3 classes, including myself, instead of 4. 4 may have actually been a little bit more crowded. We might have run into people a little bit sooner, or who knows how it would have affected it. So today, I'm actually going to play on a huge map. It might or might not add more longevity to our game. It's definitely going to give us more stuff to explore. And I'm gonna play with more classes today too. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. So here's the huge map. And as you guys know, I like to sort of invent my own lore and my own sort of way for the reasoning for the way things are. And since we're playing the Witch, I think we're going to go ahead and choose the Dark Ages. We played Agricultural the first time and moved up to Empire for the Tinkerer, for the Enchanter there. And I think the Dark Ages sort of fits perfectly for the Witch. When I sort of imagine witches, it's sort of in the primordial times of civilization, you know, where there's lots of myths surrounding things. And 2, I think of sort of like dark, dank forests or places where witches would exist. And another, and probably the biggest reason, is because I'm just really curious to see what like the beginning of Elysium is like. First of all, there are fairy courts and dwarven cities we can run into, which is awesome. Dragons roam the land, so we have a chance to maybe fight a dragon, which is going to be super interesting. Humans are weak, and I sort of like the idea of bullying humans as a witch class sort of theme. And all in all, it just seems like it's going to be a good fit, so we're going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to go ahead and enable score graphs, just in case we want to take a peek at it. And if we don't, and it's there, no big deal, but if we want to and I don't click that, then hey, we're sort of SOL. So with that said, everything looks good there, and let's take a look at our classes here. So we're going to do 5 today, I think, and just see how that goes. I think green's a great class for our green's a good color for our class, which is going to be the Witch. So let's take a closer look at her. So essentially, they sort of summon the ancient beings of Elysium. Without reading through all this, they were asleep, and when people started moving into Elysium, they heard laughter and were like, "Hey, shut up!" and came and punished them. And essentially, what the witches do is sort of like create these like really good smelling aromas from fungi and sort of bring them out from the living and unleash them on the realms. So so the witches collect fungi, much like the trolls, and they use those for their magical spells. Though so that's kind of cool. The Enchanter was, oh my gosh, huge iron hog, and so it's I'm not sure if it's going to be easier, but having a separate resource other than iron or gold for your summoning is going to be nice, I think, because we can sort of at least keep our 2 economies sort of separate and not have to make some really hard decisions. And what they do mention here is that the witches, what they do sort of summon are really strong and sort of cheap, but most of them don't have any ranged attack. So it looks like we're going to have to sort of purchase additional archers to really supplement that. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Anything else here? Oh yeah, so same thing as the Demonologist. I sort of have to make some wise decisions about the amount of fungi I could. Another chance that these creatures could turn against me. And so, one, if I start summoning super powerful things, I'm going to have to make sure that I have the army to sort of defend myself and be really careful about that. And two, sort of gamble on the amount of fungi I want to commit to those. So, all in all, I think this should be a really fun class to go ahead and explore. So we'll go ahead and select them. Class number 2. Let's see here. Now, I think there's already dwarves on the map, like sort of dwarf independence. It might be fun to sort of have that going on there. I haven't even thought about this. I have to put the senator on there. He's sort of becoming my nemesis. I've been really wanting to sort of smash him for a long time. Let's actually give them that like sort of pale blue. And so hopefully this time we'll get a chance to do that. Again, the idea of witch terrorizing humans seems really fun. And again, they sort of represent the establishment or the man that we can sort of rebel against. Class number 2. Let's see. Let's go with the pale ones here. I don't know much about them. Oracles and Earth Readers. They gather gems. They use magical rituals. So I think, the pale ones definitely sort of implies to me they're sort of like Earth under, like, dark, it does say right here, dark cavern dwelling creatures that don't ever see the sun. And, seems like something fun and something that you would encounter in the Dark Ages. So we'll go ahead and select them, the pale ones. Class number 3. Oh, let's see. High Priestess seems good. Dark Ages are, probably super religious, and people are sort of ignorant to technology, and any sort of little thing that happens they don't understand, they're going to sort of blame the gods for. So I think the High Priestess could be fun. Let's take a quick look at them. So it's sort of like the Demonologist. They're going to be making sacrifices, so we'll have to keep an eye on sort of hamlets and villages. That's going to be their economy. So let's do High Priestess there. Oh, and let's see. We did the Trolls last time. I'd like to do something similar. And I really am sort of torn between the Bakemono here, which I learned are not orcs. They're Japanese sort of mythological creatures. Thank you for that correction. The Bakemono or the Cultist could be interesting. That's sort of similar to us. The Dwarf Queen, the Voice of El, the Illusionist. Oh, let's do these guys down here. Someone said they need a lot of love. They do need a lot of love. So we're not playing as them, but maybe we can include them. So what are these guys? Once the richest persons of Hogberg, blah, 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 decided to withdraw himself. Let me see. The subjects are quite suspicious people. Strangers who will come and visit will find the doors are closed. One of the more noteworthy subjects are the necromant, so sort of raising dead things, I think. Seen potential using necromancy and put his work to art. Okay, they collect the hands of dead criminals that can be found in the towns, large villages. These hands are called the Hands of Glory and contain power. So what's going on? So there's sort of like some sort of necromancy there. They're small and weak, move slowly, but I'm sure they have high numbers. They collect Hands of Glory from. So again, they're sort of focusing on villages and towns as their economy to support their economy. They use that to perform rituals, and they raise the dead. So that seems like a nice balance there. Sort of religious, necromancy, cave dwellers, and sort of your typical humans. Let's sort of get the pale ones. Have to be pale. That's just that. We'll give them Roboticus' old color there. High Priestess, I think like a royal purple-ish. That's not really purple. There we go. A royal purple for their robes. And necromancy should sort of be like a dark color. So, great. I think that sounds good. And I literally just remembered that I have to name my character. And off the top of my head, I think like Nixia. That's kind of a horrible name, but it's something I can pronounce, which I have trouble with. Nixia seems like a sort of a good name for a witch. There's an X in there. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick pause here while we go ahead and generate our map and see how that goes, and we'll see in a little bit. All right, we have our map generated, and so let's take a quick look at what our initial position looks like. Right off the bat, I'm liking that I'm seeing some fungi swamps within striking distance. So I got 2 right off the bat in my capital. 3 more I can get from this unguarded swamp. Another 3 that I can get from these, pretty easy to kill serpents. And they're wall climbing, swamp movers, cold-blooded. What does that mean? Oh, they actually slow down in snowy locations. That's cool. And they're 4 stealth. So I got those guys guarding that, but that shouldn't be too difficult. And then I got this forest down here that is going to give me another fungi as well. And it says there is a blue giant here. So I'm going to have to sort of kill him before I can take on those resources. So, and I did fight these guys before, and they're nothing to be sort of trifled with. They have high HP, and these sleeping spores do cause enough of a hindrance that they can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to attack. So we might have to wait a few turns to sort of build up our forces for that. So with that said, knowing that I have the capability to gain that many spores, sort of curious to see what our units are going to cost us and how that's going to work. So even though I'm going to get 6, which is actually really good, they're gonna cost me quite a bit to sort of recruit these units. So the good news is, spearmen can be purchased with just regular gold and no special resources. They're fairly straightforward. I don't think there's anything too special about them. Let's see here. So androphag, they are cannibals, so that's cool. So they're pretty much just like regular spearmen, except they have a cool name. And no armor. I can't remember what the magic resistance was on the other spearmen. I feel like 4 is the same. It might be higher, but anyway. So essentially standard spearmen. Now we have archers, which we know are important because most of the creatures I'm summoning aren't going to have ranged ability. So for the additional 25 spores, or fungi, I'm sorry, I can go ahead and create archers. And these initially look pretty similar to regular archers. Again, except poison bow. Excellent. Is going to give me a chance to do poison damage as well. So that's actually fairly powerful. I'm really happy with that. So excellent. And off the bat, I have access to cavalry, which is cool. So, before I was sort of having to sort of find with the enchanter, sort of scramble to get some creatures with some decent hit points that can absorb damage. So that's kind of cool. They are somewhat expensive. I'm going to have to find a mine. But this lance charge, usable once per battle, is cool. It's got a chance to sort of cause some big damage right off the bat. And then they have 2 attacks here, both pierce and slash. The bite of which actually does good damage. What is the bite? Yeah, so the bite's fine. So that's cool. These guys are going to be fun to play with. So my standard units are looking good. Okay. And our special powers off the bat are minor summoning, much like the demonologist. So we'll have to sort of go ahead and summon that to see how that works. We'll have to wait to do that. And then major summoning, someone controls some of the more powerful. Oh, so this is cool. Right off the bat, I have access to sort of minor and major summoning. So once I get enough spawn or enough fungi, I can start playing with the bigger versions of my summoning here. So let's look at Nixia and what her enchantments are here. I guess they're spells in this one. They're spells. So confusion, which is awesome. It's doesn't affect mindless beings. Magic resistance negates. Not affected by damage bonuses. Area effect burst 1. Range of 8. So essentially she confuses someone off the bat there. So that's really cool. Venom, which is that's huge poison damage there that she can cause, and so that's a range attack there. Acid mist. Oh, this is even better. Look at that. So a burst of 25 is great for a level 2 sort of spell there, I think anyway. And so she can cause acid damage, which again I'm sure is armor negating, which is very, very nice. So she can cause that over a large area. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then Curse of the Frog Prince. That's awesome. What does it do? Let's see. What does it tell me? I mean, in my mind, it's going to turn them to frogs, right? Like, it has to do that. That's just what it's got to be. And so knowing what I know now, I can only select 3. My question is Confusion or Venom. That's a good one. I think we're going to start with Confusion first, see how that works out, and go from there. We can always look at our enemies. You know, if they are acid or if they are poison resistant, we can definitely, or if they are, you know, one of the resistant one of these 2, that's going to give us some options there of something we can do to cause major damage there. And actually, Venom would be better in fighting like one powerful. So maybe when we take on that big blue mushroom, it would be better to have Venom selected to cause that major damage per unit. So cool. This is going to be a lot of fun to play with. And then we got Selena. I think I'm going to call her Selena. That's not really Selena. Celine? Let's call her Celine. That's it. Celine. Our sub-commander witch. It's not a good... She's not really a commander. What would be a good name for, like, the lesser witch? That sounds good to me. Okay, so she's got poison resistance that she can buff our troops with, and a poison cloud, which causes poison damage, both with a small burst area. So, awesome. Lots of fun to play with. Excuse me. I like to just look through these. It is often deemed wise to root out witches from villages while they are still young, because should they master the art of witchcraft, they will become very powerful and might just turn the entire population into pigs. Goal number 1, turn the entire population into pigs. Or frogs in our case, actually. When they are still young, they are not powerful at all, and there are several good methods to find out who is a witch. One popular way is to antagonize the girl suspect, and if you later become sick, you can be pretty sure she was a witch, because a witch is always vengeful. That makes sense. I'm not sure if that implies that they're super weak right off the bat and they get way more powerful, but what we're going to have to do to find out is just level up our witches as quickly as possible. I am going to try to be a little bit more aggressive in this game. So with that said, I've been talking a lot now, so let's go ahead and actually start playing here. So first things first, I'm actually going to transfer my units. Actually, let's look at Celine's special powers quick, then I'll stop talking. Okay, minor summoning. Because I can't even afford summoning right now, I'm going to go ahead and send Nixia into battle. Transfer my units to her control. And go attack those snakes. And get some resources for us. So we'll start with that. Okay, that looks good. Excellent. We're going to open up some areas up here that we can sort of practice as well. That should be easy to take on. The bear could be a little bit of a problem, but we'll see. Again, we don't want to decimate our forces too much because we are not, I just realized this, we are not producing any gold right now at all. And there is, so the only thing we're going to be able to do is sort of summon things to replace, how much is a summoning spell? Not expensive at all. That's good. So relatively cheap. And it might even be sort of, wow. That's so again, though, it's sort of scaled. You know, the enchanter was, it was sort of hard to get iron and stuff like that. And it looks like fungi is going to be a little bit more prevalent. This might actually have something to do with the era we're playing in as well, too. But that's a big price tag. So again, maybe there's going to be a big payoff for that as well, too. We'll do the best we can to find out as soon as possible. Okay, let me just sort of make sure everything is good to go. Then let's go see how Nixia does. Shouldn't be a big. Are these guys poison resistant? They're not. So there we go. So again, I mean, I'm gonna try my best to utilize my archers as effectively as possible. I did learn last time that I had such huge front lines that my archers couldn't do anything, and that was actually sort of bad because it just made my defensive units get worn down a little bit quicker because I wasn't causing enough damage. That was a unique situation to sort of the flesh golems that I had and stuff like that. But either way, it is what it is. So let's, of course, go attack the elk now. Move that way. Ooh, who do we got there? Amethyst. Oh, lucky. I hate lucky unless I have it. Theory of nature. Oh, but you know what? The good news is we have an opportunity to get some cool things. Gauntlets of Power, so it increases strength, and Faithful is where it's where the lucky's coming from. So yes, is that? Let's look at that again. So she can only make. Oh no, it just grants luck to her. So I don't think she can cast luck. I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, you know, it's sort of nothing to be trifled with. These bears are pretty powerful, lots of HP, and you know, she does have some magic on her side. We're not going to really know what it's going to be till we get there. So might just sort of hang out. Oh, you know what? They might actually. She might not move. He or she. Looks like a he. Might not move out of that forest. So that's good. Excuse me. We can sort of spawn some things or summon some things before we go there. With that said, do we have not? We don't have 15 yet. Let's end turn and go ahead and attack this elk and see how that goes. So that first hit has a chance to be really powerful. I'd love to get a few of those guys early on because they are going to be. See, dang it, this happened last time. The senator got eliminated right off the bat, just like that. But the good news is we have more classes this time. So the map might end up being a little bit sparse. We'll see how that sort of affects us. It's a little too bad we don't get to conquer the religious zealots, but again, that's why I felt we had as many classes as we did. So I don't know. Do you consider that a bug or not? Having a class eliminated within the first few rounds by the independents seems either maybe the game's way of saying, hey, you have too many people, or is it a bug? We'll see. Let me know what your opinion is in the comments below on that. That might be some good feedback for the developers if it's considered a bug. Okay, so far we haven't taken any losses. We can. This guy's not moving down, so let's go ahead and attack this area here. And I'm going to go ahead and wait. I guess I'll wait till next turn. Oh, I'm not attacking. I'm just moving into it. I'll have to wait till next turn to go ahead and spawn, because I do want to spawn those here. And we'll have to consider what we'll do there. Are my guys poison resistant? They're not. But she can grant poison resistance. So, excuse me. She might be worth taking along when we actually do attack that guy. There, okay. I could do a little bit of exploring with Celine here. There we are. Oh, good. There's some gold. I think we can definitely take them on. I'm going to try my best to be more aggressive. It's sort of against the nature of playing. I'm like a turtler by heart. But one, I think being aggressive is more entertaining, and we want to see the cool stuff early on. Okay, we'll end turn. Autumn is here. Boy, I wish we had... It's cool. 2 recruitment offers of witches' apprentices is nice. Actually, there's probably not... I guess I probably can get regular commanders, but I am going to try to get as many witches as I can from the beginning to sort of just not have like 2 giant armies. Try to change up my tactics a little bit this time. Okay, cool. Let's see what our new found summoning gives us. Oh, wait. Yes, good thought. We want to make sure we give... let's do 20. I sort of always do like... I was doing like 120%. 135 is probably a little bit overkill, but it's early enough in the game. I want to be cautious because it could really hurt right now if I summon something that's super dangerous. Excellent. Cool. So I summoned a crocodile with excellent hit points and a really good attack, especially considering it's early game. He does have armor, which makes sense. He's got scaly skin. He's amphibian. He moves well in the swamps, but he's slow on the map, I think, right? Slow units only have 2 action points per month. So that's going to limit our movement right off the bat. I don't think we're quite ready to take them on, but we are going to move down and take on the blue mushroom. Oh, is he gone? Is he gone? Maybe he's just out of range. I can't see him. And then go ahead and take on this village and get some gold so we can start purchasing some archers, because I think we're going to need them somewhat badly. Let's go ahead and move her up here do scout this area around here, and we'll take on, if that blue mushroom dude's still there, we'll take on him, but it looks like he might be gone. We'll see. Oh, nope, he's right there. Oh, look at that. All forests. All forests give us, that's no wonder things are so expensive. I'm going to get, so forests are sort of like the trolls for me. Which was good to know as playing as the enchanter. I was sort of wondering, I should have been a little more observant, but yeah, so these are all resources for me. Fantastic. Okay, we'll go ahead and end turn there. And move Nixia up one. I'm gonna scout with her too a little bit. I think we can take on that bear. Try my best not to get Celine killed. Good, another settlement. Ooh, I hope that moose doesn't attack me. We'll see. Yeah, I'd be screwed. Okay, everything looks good there. Let's end turn. Whew. Thank you, Moose, for being kind to me. I got to get her out of the way. Okay, good. So I've done some good scouting and have some good opportunities for gold. We've got to jump on those. So before this moose sort of kills us, let's move Nixia there, get her out of the way, and next turn we're going to go ahead and take those this spawn on. Let's actually look what we can do with Celine here. Can we? Oh, not Celine. I'm sorry. Nixia. Ah! God, I hate the clicking stuff. What'd I do? Shit, what'd I do? Where'd she go? I wasn't watching. Oh, okay. Whew. I moved her there. Oh my God. Okay. I can't do anything this turn anyway, I don't think. I can do another minor summoning. Bog Beast. Okay. So, again, good HP, high damage. I'm really liking this. So I think this is going to be a good early game for us, at least a little bit better. So there's that. Let's end turn. That clicking gets the best of me. I got to be careful. Okay. Let's take this guy on for sure. And we want to remember to take advantage of everything we can. Let's look at Nixia and give her Venom instead of Acid Mist, since we're only going against one. This guy's, is he poison resistant anyway? Yeah, so never mind. Actually, that's not going to work. There's no point in that. So it is better to at least have Acid Mist, because that's going to at least cause some damage. But still, we'll keep that in mind as we attack. Okay. Just think about anything else I want to do before I attack. Let's go ahead and OP it here. Ah! Oh no. I forgot that I should add more. I forgot I have to set that each time. Shouldn't be that bad. These guys are fairly weak, and I should be able to cause good damage to them before they attack. Lesson learned. Let's end turn there. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Oh, they are. Oh, good. Cast Confusion. Can they be confused? They can. Good job, witches. Now I don't know what they're doing. What are these guys anyway? Oh, Hydra. Cool. God, I'm trying to remember back to Dominions. There's like a giant Hydra that I loved. Oh, what happened there? Oh, they healed. Wait. Okay. Oh, wait, what happened? Did I get it to my... Oh, I should have walked a little bit closer. How did that happen? What special ability? Or was there just a chance of that? It wasn't the Curse of the Frog Prince, was it? Oh, I should have looked closer. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Why I got them. So that turned out not too bad at all. Okay, now let's start going on the attack. Let's see, Nixia. Actually, I'm going to take some advice of a fellow follower here and go ahead for... No, I'm not going to go ahead and combine them because I am going to keep them apart here shortly. So no point in that. Let's take on our big mushroom dude and see what happens there. That's all I can do. All right. Okay. That's good there. This guy is asleep. Yeah, that's right. He gets the sleep attack. My arrows are causing good damage to the giant mushroom. I have to be careful. Hopefully it doesn't put too much to sleep. It's poison. What is she casting there? Oh, that's acid. That's acid. Fantastic. Okay. They're getting poison resistance, which is nice. And now I'm going to actually, I think, go ahead and take it on. Cool. That went well. I'm a little more confident in taking on the bears now after seeing how I handled that. Okay, excellent. We've taken that on. We're going to go ahead and move this way. I'm going to go ahead and move Celine back home and start building up my second force there. As we start getting more gold, I can build archers and start summoning things. So Nixia, let's make sure we got all our units there, is going to go ahead and take on these poor spearmen. They shouldn't have made fun of that little girl. This is like her hometown. She's like, I'll show you. I grew up, started summoning reptiles. You're screwed. That sucks this guy's so slow. Right? That's sort of a hindrance. It's worth it right now because of his high HP. But we'll see how that works out. I might sacrifice him if it comes to him being a pain in the butt. Alright, they're confused. I love confusion and luck spells. Stuff that just totally negates the enemy. I mean, it just shuts them off. So that's cool. Okay. I do want to get one. I need to go get more gold. We're going to take on the moose so he doesn't come back and take on our village. So he is next. We'll go ahead and take him on. I'm going to start... Ooh, I should be careful. I'm going to wait. That's a pretty big gamble if I summon with no one there. Even though she is behind a wall, I'd like to at least have some archers. So we'll just be a little cautious and wait. Maybe we'll even save up our mushrooms for a big guy. Okay. Oh, you know, even a confused moose can be a dangerous moose with the trample. I really like that my units actually heal. That was something that was like sort of frustrating with the enchanter. Is like, oh man, I just spent all that money building that golem and he's already got half his HP down. That's bad. All right, let's take on... I'm going to go ahead and take on the bear too, just to eliminate all these sort of problem areas here. Okay. Move a little quick here. That should be fairly straightforward. So that bear healed. I should pause it there. He healed. I wonder if they sort of heal in the forest. Or something like that. It just looked like he was regaining HP there. So let's move you. Since you know what we can do with that one action point is, oh, you know what? This doesn't take action. Does it not take? It's got to take action points. I think everything takes an action point. Let's do some summoning, remembering to sort of give us 100. Let's do at least 115, 120. Just to be safe right now. I mean, you know, these are cheap enough at the moment that it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, giant toad. The ranged weapon may be used in melee instead of other attacks, so that's cool. Poison, bite, good HP. Sweet. That's what I really love about summoning classes. There's like a huge variety. It's always really fun to see what's coming up. And they're all so different. It makes it really entertaining. Okay. Let's end turn. Fantastic. Summer is here. Let's get us some more gold. Everyone loves gold. Even witches. Even witches. Another bear. I should have looked before I leapt. Ooh, this might be tough. I'll be fine, but you know, these guys are not to be trifled with. Luckily, ranged units, good high HP, poison. I'm gonna win, but I want to be careful because things are a little bit. Oh, I can't summon again. Things are a little bit tough in the beginning, just in the sense that you can't like replenish your forces super easily. I did lose my cavalry. Are these guys already poisoned? They are. And they're confused. They're confused. And my spearmen caused good damage right from the beginning. Fantastic. Yeah, actually, super happy with how well my my units are performing in battle so far. What are these guys? Yeah, those guys are. This is great. Okay. Winch's Apprentice, the Androphag. Oh, so this must be my commander. Androphag. This must be like my standard sort of commander here. Let's just take a quick look at him to see what that's like. Let's look at this guy. So yeah, this is gonna be like a low-level witch that we can get. And oh, look, this guy's cool. He's on. He's cavalry. So that's kind of cool. And again, just your sort of normal commander there. So that's what that is. Can't afford any of those anyway. I'm going to go ahead, as much as I'm sort of giving up gold, I'm going to go ahead and attack these guys because they're just going to come and at some point I do have to go back there. Just to make sure I'm sort of defending my areas. But I am sort of gaining spawn from all these forests, so it's not a horrible loss by any means. This should be fairly straightforward. Yeah, okay. Now let's go get some more gold. That's what's going to be super important. Oh, what do we got there? Ooh, a library! Defended by an alchemist. We got to be careful with him. Making gold. They guard it jealously. They don't have vast quantities, but a small amount can be made. So, oh, I think this guy... That's right, I remember running into him sort of as I was experimenting with a couple of rounds a while back when I first started. But he's capturable and gives us some more gold. So that's good. He's not too... I don't think he's too powerful as far... I mean, he's not. He's only level 1. So I think that should be fairly easy. So that's a fairly unguarded library. So I'll want that for sure. That's going to help us a little bit. Let's go ahead and move. Okay. Who's this guy? Ooh, these guys look fun. We got Gandalf the White here. Let's see. Level 2. That could be scary. Oh, Defender of Elysium. So he kind of is like Gandalf in the sense that Gandalf was like charged with like sort of protecting the Earth realm. And so if you're a huge Lord of the Rings nerd and I was wrong, please correct me. But that's the way I understand it, is like his job was sort of like to protect like the residents of the realm. But it could give us Boots of the North, which gives us cold resistance plus strength. A Venom Sword, which would be super handy for my commanders and stuff. Let's see. I got a hero with him. He'll have to die. Actually, he has the Axe of Sharpness. This is a little ragtag group of people. They got dwarfs. Hoberg defenders there. This guy's got a flaming sword. I mean, they could cause some pretty serious damage, so we're gonna just sort of run from them a little bit. I could get a middle summoning, a medium summoning, and see how that goes. They might attack me next turn. We'll see. Can't do anything about it anyway. Autumn is here. Okay, let's move this way. Oh, did my alligator die? He did. That's sort of a good thing. I mean, that was, yeah, he's sort of a big pain in the butt. Let's go ahead and get these guys, conquer them, see how they go. That's going to give us enough gold next 2 turns to get, if I conquer them this turn, do I automatically get 3 gold? Well, oh no, it'll be next turn anyway. So next turn, I think I should get 7. We should have 50 gold. We'll see. And I can go ahead and get my archers and summon some things down there. Let's go ahead and turn. I am sort of running these a little bit more slow in the beginning, just so I like to see what's going on here. Yep, they're already like shit. I'm going to have to replace my spearmen. I think I'm going to lose a few in this one. It's all about the dice roll too, you know. Sometimes the hits just don't do the damage that you want them to do. Did he resist that? Oh, wait, so Hydra... Oh, he regenerates. I'm sorry, I'm just going to take a look real quick. They are regenerating. Poison are... Okay, so there we go. That was good. I've got some more gold now. Should have 50 gold. Okay, so that little ragtag group of... They're not really ragtag. I mean, they are kind of ragtag in the sense that they're sort of like, you know, a motley crew, if you will. of sort of units there. Okay, so 51. I did my math wrong. So let's go ahead and get Nixia recruited with some archers. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot they do cost 25 as well, so I gotta consider that. Okay, so she's got archers now. I feel confident in doing some summoning with her. So let's go ahead and do some minor summoning. Let's go ahead and let's do 20. Seems like a lot. We can still do quite a bit. Excuse me. Minor summoning. Cool. Swamp ghosts. Are they ethereal? They are. God, I love ethereal too. Though, I mean, that is huge. That is huge. You know, low HP, but if you know, there's a good chance they're not going to get hit. I mean, there's always a chance that dice rolls just go horribly against you and they do get hit. But in my experience, they're a big pain in the ass, and they're on my side. They're floating. That's cool. Swamp move, mindless, charm immunity, sleep immunity, undead, poison resistant, and cold resistant. Excellent. Oh, and paralyzing scream. Dude, these guys are awesome. Fantastic. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's do some more. Let's do some more for sure. Stupid crocodile. Well, he's not stupid. He's just slow. Sweet. We got some swamp bog guys, bog creatures or whatever. One more. Oh, it does take action points. Sweet. Nixie is gonna go ahead and do one more. Minor summoning. 20 seems good. Marsh worm. Good. So excellent. Oh, you know, I think the marsh worm are what my dudes are riding on. He's gone now. I think that's what my cavalry are. Yeah. So it's basically just the worm part of that. So that's very cool. So you know what? I did a lot of talking in the beginning. I played a long time. I'm going to try to find a good balance. Maybe not as short as 30 minutes. Maybe not as long as a whole hour. I'll try to respect my time. So far, you know, not everyone's speaking up about it, but 30 minutes seemed like that was a little too short. I will try to keep these a little bit longer. But again, go ahead and comment on a time that you think is sort of appropriate that you guys appreciate. Oh, man, I completely forgot about that. So anyway, this is a good place to stop. We've made really good progress for our first round. I'm happy with how things are going as the witch. And so we'll call this good for part 1. We'll pause it and we'll see you for part 2. Thank you for joining me.